Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our riveting episode here at Siku Njema TV. Today, we are privileged to host a remarkable guest in our studio, a political analyst and a student leader at Meru University of Science and Technology, Right Honorable Ogana. Mr. Ogana, yes. How would you assess the current position of ODM party in Kenya politics? Is it rising? Is it in construction? Or is it in losing ground?
Thank you so much, Mr. Journalist. It's a privilege to be here. First of all, to describe briefly on the state of ODM currently, it will be in a stationary phase for some times. Then maybe it will pick up in some days coming. Why am I saying this? Because previously, Raila Amolo Odinga, who was the former party leader of ODM, was not installed by any other person in this country. Raila fought solely for himself for that profile. Then again, the political party, the ODM, was not his political party. After building himself, in the year 2005, the owner who registered the ODM political party with the Register of Political Parties, the lawyer Mugambi Manyara, in the year 2005, he handed over this party to Raila Amolo Odinga when it was remaining barely 2 years to the 2007 general election. So after building himself, then now the ODM party, being driven by such a person, could not bring any other backlash. So currently, after the death of the former political party of ODM, the party will have to experience some chaos a little bit. People will start fighting for their own interest, and a little bit of divisions. Then later on, after realizing a few problems in the party, they'll pick up and the party will move on. But for now, it will take some days, some time, and some months for the party to start moving forward.
That's nice, Honorable Ogana, for stating that you have communicated to the public that the ODM party is currently in a stationary mode, and we can say also they are in maintenance. So, and you brought the aspect of Raila Amolo Odinga as the former party leader, who is now the late. So, what does his death implicate to the current leadership or to some of political leaders? What is their future?
Okay, in the previous elections, Raila was the chief determinant of who wins, who loses, and who will be picked next time. So currently, people have realized that that's now not the case in the forthcoming general election in Kenya. So they have decided, and they have realized, after realizing this, the leaders within ODM will have to decide within themselves: am I going to be the leader? Am I going to be re-elected or elected in the first place? That's why the senator of Nairobi, Honorable Edwin Sifuna, Babu Wino, who are the staunch political leaders within ODM, and again having leaders within Nairobi. Nairobi is having a group of communities, not a single communities, that when you say, I am interested in this, kindly, I'll be contesting in this. And now that Raila Amolo Odinga is not there, who was playing a very crucial role in determining who wins, after realizing this, they now have to come back and campaign properly. And being that in a political realm, it is a war of interest. So it is who goes to the people deeply, campaigns, and have a win.
Okay, Mr. Ogana, we have seen since the date of Raila Amolo Odinga the internal conflict or drift between members, because we can all agree that Raila Odinga had managed to bring all these leaders together. But since his death, we have seen some of leaders being fought within the party. Especially you can see Gladys Wanga, the governor of Homa Bay. She feels she's the most fought person in that party since the departure of Raila. Why do you think that happens? And also, there are these allegations that Babu Owino and Sifuna are not fighting for the interest of people, but are just fighting for their interest because of Nairobi politics. Is that right, you as a political analyst?
Okay, that's true in the first place. As I've said, in the Nyanza region, election is very much different as compared to the other parts of Kenya. One Raila Amolo Odinga the late will say, I would wish so and so, and I will install so and so to run for this race, and that we will turn out as a win. But now, people in Luo Nyanza, for example, who calls herself the bad girl, if he goes to her constituency and says, Raila said this, and I'm contesting for this position again, the person is most likely to be re-elected. But that's not the case in other parts of Kenya. So other people within ODM will have to fight a little bit. One will say, I need this position. One will say, I'll be contesting for this position. And they will not come to a common ground and say that let's support so-and-so because that chief determinant is not there. So they'll have to rub shoulders a little bit. And that's what brings chaos and all the things in a political party, causing what I termed as a stationary phase.
Now, the situation in the ODM shows there is a great drift between the leaders. What does this mean ahead of 2027 election? Will ODM remain as one party or it will divide itself?
Remaining as a ODM remaining as one party in the regions that the ODM has been covering, I'm not seeing it going to happen. During the time from 2007 all the way to 3 or 4 years ago, no political party would thrive in Luo Nyanza and even any other county that ODM had solid members. This is now not going to be the case. Other political parties will thrive and will come out. Other political parties which have been thriving in other parts of Kenya will now start dominating themselves in other places where they feel like they have been yearning to take part in. So people within ODM, some of them you heard lately on Babu Owino saying that he is the best and maybe he can now become a political party leader. Other political parties will come out, and the people who have been leaders within ODM will also have will also take part in forming their own political parties, which is most likely to happen. And ODM, according to my views, if a lot of seriousness is not put in place, it is not going to remain as one in 2027 unless the other parties call themselves in a table together with ODM so that they give support to a candidate that they feel is most good to become the president in 2027.
So according to your view, Mr. Ogana, the probability of ODM splitting is very high.
Very high. That's most likely to happen.
So now with the installation of Oburu Odinga as the party leader of ODM, do you think his installation followed a due process and thorough consultation to people was done? And what does this implicate to people of Kenya?
Installation of Dr. Oburu Odinga as the political party of ODM followed a due process as per as per the constitution of ODM as a party, because maybe that was the wish of the former leader of ODM, because ODM, as it has been, they have been looking for the people who are very confident and good enough to steer forward the objectives of the political party. If they felt like Oburu Odinga would be the person who is the best for this position, then let's have it. Again, Oburu Odinga is, as per my idea, Oburu Odinga can push the objectives of ODM, but we have people who are the same interest and they have been in ODM for a long time. That will bring a lot of issues with Dr. Oburu Odinga, and it has started ever since Raila Odinga died.
So, do you think Oburu Odinga is the best to lead that party, or they should go back to people?
As per their wish, I heard them saying that they need to go back to the people and request from them who they wish will who is the best to take ODM to the next level. If that happens, that's the better. But this has happened, and in Kenya, getting that process to people will take another period of time. So it has happened that Oburu Odinga is the political party, and that's how it will be.
So as we are almost coming to an end of our interview, there are these upcoming events like by-elections, and we have seen some of ODM candidates in two, just to mention a few, sub-counties or constituencies like Kasipul and Magarini.
Yeah.
So what is their stand? Do you think they stand a chance to win? They stand a chance to lose?
Like any other political party, in any election process taking place in any part of the country, for the bargaining power, you need to show that you are able to win an election taking place in your constituency, in your ward, or in your county. So you've seen these events taking place. Political parties sending their people and to campaign for them in those areas. Like in Kasipul, the entire ODM brigades have been there for quite a long time, campaigning so that they show to the political parties out there that indeed they can preserve that position again, so that when it reaches 2027, they can be called on a table and negotiate, so that they also take part or the share of the next regime starting from 2027. You've had several leaders are proposing. Some of them are even proposing their own selves that I'm the one who is confident and is good to be the deputy president of this country coming 2027. So that has to happen. And in Kasipul and other like Kasipul, the Mbele North, Kasipul now it's quite different. It's quite different because people have been told for enough that a political party can determine the winner and the loser, but that's not going to happen. The people have turned out, and they're most likely to show that they're not voting in a political party, they're voting in an individual, and that's what is going to happen.
Okay, you can also see, since the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, some political leaders are very worried of their political position and even securing their terms. We saw recently Esther Passaris saying she will not run during 2027 campaign and election, and she endorsed Nyamo. And many other political leaders are just worried. What is your advice or view as a political analyst?
My advice to this, it's going to happen. It started yesterday, not even today. People are going to drop their positions because they have been spending a lot of energy and other political resources to the political parties that they have been supporting, forgetting about the people. And as we all know, we go to the people during election, but when it comes to delivering and doing what we're supposed to do, it is not as we expect. So this is going to happen. Few people are going to fill these political positions in the coming by elections and in the coming general election in 2027. People are going to lose, and people are going to endorse other new people.
Okay, Mr. Ogana, you're still a young person and a political analyst. Do you feel that the young people who are in ODM are being listened to? The Gen Zs are listened to, or what's their role in that party of ODM?
For now, I can't lie that that they are being listened to. There is a time that they are needed, and there is a time that the senior most people are being called on a table. During election, youths are being needed, and they're required. And if there are some brown envelopes, they're being given. But after that, henceforth, youths are not being needed, and they're not called to a table. And that's why in 2027, a good number of youths have decided that they're going to vie for these positions, so that they install all these, we call them senior people. They are going to uproot them into their various political positions. But as you all know, some are coming fresh from the campus. You don't have resources. Politics is about resources, numbers, and maybe some convincing power. You have convincing power, but now resources plays the major role. Do they have it? So I can't lie to them that they are being listened to. There's a time that we need on a table, and there's a time that they're required to quit the table.
Another looming question is ODM in government through this broad-based government? And also, we saw when Raila Amolo Odinga was still alive, he had 3 principles he believed as the top agenda in his party, and he termed them as enemies. He could fight every time. We could see him mentioning adui zetu 3 ni umasikini, tunataka tupigane na ujinga, na pia tunataka tupigane na ufisadi, corruption, illiteracy, and just to mention that. So do you think, are those still achievable within the party now is not there?
It's not achievable, and it's not something that can be done in a day. It will take some time. That's not something that can be done in a span of 2 to 3 years. It will take some time. When you talk of umaskini, when you talk of corruption, those are things that does not require only one person to drive all this agenda. It requires a collaboration, not only the people leading our nation, but also we ourselves, the citizens of this country. So it will take some time. It's still achievable, but it's not something that can be achieved in 1 year, in 2 years. It has to take some years.
Okay, Mr. Ogana, what's your parting shot to our audience and ODM followers and also the public in general?
Okay, thank you so much. I hope everyone has enjoyed this session. Hoping to see you next in our next riveting interview. May we all march forward to the betterment of this country. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, to our guest, Honorable Ogana, we appreciate for your time and joining us in this interview. And to our audience, we appreciate very much for tuning in. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.